I've actually utilized the services 57 different times. It saved me so much time, so much money, so much emotional stress that I did not have to handle because of this LegalShield membership. So what I'm going to do is share with you how you can personally position yourself to profit from two of the biggest trends that are sweeping North America right now. Now, how do you get started up with a LegalShield business? First of all, we're going to share with you how much does it cost to get started, how do you get the business going, how do you do it, and how much can you actually earn in a business like ours. So first of all, the cost. When I got started in this business over 16 years ago, it cost $249 to get started up in the business. So with that $249 startup fee, which by the way, when I was in my real estate career just getting started, it cost me 3 times more just to get my real estate license. And I was limited to that geographic location in the Maryland, DC, Virginia area. You can market LegalShield memberships all across the United States and Canada. And that $249 fee gets your startup materials, your training materials, set up a website for you so you can actually have people go online and take a look at this information and even fill out their applications right there on the spot. We give you word for word, step-by-step training on exactly how to be successful in building a LegalShield business. So when I took a look at this information for the first time years ago, I was sitting there at my real estate career working 60, 70 hours a week. And I'm thinking to myself, I don't have time to do anything else. I have no more room on my plate. And fortunately, I didn't just think it, I actually said it out loud. And the gentleman that shared this information with me, he said, Brian, don't let your reason to do this business be your excuse not to. If you have no time, that's the reason why you need to do it, not your excuse not to. He said, if you don't have any time, that's why you need to build up a residual cash flow that will actually buy your time back. I said, but I don't have any time to build a side business. He said, Brian, it seems like you're extremely busy. I said, you have no idea. He said, what makes you think if you keep on doing what you're doing, 5 years from now, you'll be any less busy than you are today? And I started to think about it. He said, Brian, it's called split-second marketing. He said, how long is it going to take you to say to somebody, hey, go watch this webinar, or check out this video on this website, or let me have you listen to a conference call on the telephone, or let me walk you through a little flip chart or an iPad presentation, come out to a lunch and learn, or even a business briefing in the evening time. Because those systems and tools were in place, I was able to leverage those, and just 5 minutes here, 20 minutes there, just working this business part-time. My first year with LegalShield, I made more income from my home-based business with LegalShield than I was making full-time in my real estate career. So I can tell you, if I can do it as busy as I was, absolutely you can too. Now, understand what I love about LegalShield. In my real estate career, everybody's got a real estate agent in their family or a friend. It's like they give away a real estate license in boxes of Cheerios now. But with the fact that in LegalShield, we have no real competition. And it's so refreshing. When I go out and talk to people about LegalShield, they can only get it from me. They can only get it from you. So the fact that there's such huge barriers of entry, you can actually build a business one time and have it pay you forever. So now let's talk about getting paid. There's 3 main ways that you get paid in your LegalShield business. First of all, you're going to get paid every time you go out there and market a membership to someone. Secondly, you can go out and build a team and generate override income, passive overrides to come into your pocket, even though you were not the one who told somebody about LegalShield. And number 3 is retaining those customers. Every member that stays on the book, you're going to earn residual income for the life of that membership as long as they stay on the service. So let's jump right on into exactly how you get started up in your business and how you start getting paid more and more as you go. This compensation plan example is based on a 3990 combination. If you're selling a plan that's other than the 3990, please be sure to check the compensation plan for details. So let's say somebody's going to buy a 3990 combination, the LegalShield and ID Shield for their family. On each $39 sale, as an associate, you're earning a $100 commission. We get paid daily, by the way. Sign somebody up today, and you get paid as early as tomorrow. $100 on a $39 sale. When I heard that in my real estate career, I was used to a 6% commission selling houses, not this kind of return. I used to wait 90 to 120 days to get paid, not the next day wired into my account. So you're earning a minimum of $100 for each person that signs up for the service. Now, if you go sign 3 members up and you bring 1 associate into the company, they faster qualify you, moving you up to the next commission level. So for the same $39 sale, instead of making $100, now you're making $120. More for the same effort. And as you go out and build your business more and more people are signing up, you become a manager making $140. You become a senior manager making $160. You become a director making $190. A senior director making $230, all the way up to executive director making over $280 for each person that you are responsible for bringing to the table and them getting a LegalShield membership. So again, a $39 sale, and you're making anywhere from $100 to $280. Now that right by itself, I was completely blown away and I was all about this business. But the second way we get paid is called overrides. What is an override? Well, just like a real estate broker gets an override when a realtor sells a house. See, I was raised in a real estate family. My father built one of the largest real estate companies on the East Coast back in the 70s. So I grew up around it. And he always used to say, he said, Brian, you can go out and sell a house and make a lot of money. But he said, would you rather work hard or would you rather work smart? He said, wouldn't you rather be the real estate broker and have hundreds of agents out there working for you and get a little piece of the action off each one of their sales? Or like J. Paul Getty, one of the first recorded billionaires in American history. He said, I'd rather earn 1% off of the efforts of 100 people rather than earning 100% off his own efforts. So if you want to be in the broker seat, so instead of you only making money when you sign people up, what if you found other people that are overworked, underpaid, sick and tired of being sick and tired, or maybe they're just entrepreneurs looking for the next home run opportunity. They come on board as an associate just like you. Well, here's the way it works. Let's say you're a senior associate and you brought an associate on board. When that associate markets a membership, they're making $100, you're making the difference, which is that $20 margin or override. So let's say you had 3 associates you brought aboard, Jack, Bill, and Cindy. And between the 3 of them, next week they went out and marketed 10 memberships combined. Well, 10 times $20, you made $200 in overrides in your pocket, and you had nothing to do with the transactions. You weren't even in the country. Somewhere down the beach in Cancun, you pulled out a postcard and said, what? Go, guys, go. You're excited because you're getting paid on the efforts of other people. That's called leveraged income. Now, these overrides are also cumulative. So let's say instead of you being a senior associate, let's say you were a senior manager. You're making $160 every time you sign somebody up. But if you go bring Jerry on board as an associate, and he's making $100 when he markets a membership, the difference between the $160, which is your level, and the $100, which is what he's getting paid, that $60, the 20 plus 20 plus 20, that's $60 in overrides goes into your pocket. $60 on every $39 membership that Jerry's sending in. Can you imagine if you had associates that went out and did 10 memberships next week, and you got 60 times 10, $600 in overrides that went into your pocket? Now, some of you might be saying, okay, well, this sounds all great and everything, but I'm shy. I'm not sure how great I'd be at telling people about LegalShield. The great thing about this business is perfectly designed for shy people because even though you're shy, Jerry's not. You tell Jerry about LegalShield, he goes out and markets his 10 memberships. The company still sends that $600 override check to your home while you're home getting over your shyness. So I'll give you another example. Let's say you're a senior director. You're making $230 on each $39 membership that you sell. But let's say you bring me on board as a brand new associate. Every time I market a membership, I collect $39, I get paid $100. But you're the senior director, you're gonna earn an override of $20, plus $20, plus $20, plus $30, plus $40, all the overrides combined for a total of $130. So think about this. As an associate, I market 10 memberships. 10 times 130, you made over $1,300 in overrides in your pocket, and that's with just me going out and marketing those memberships. So at least remember me when it comes Christmas time this year. That's all I ask. Okay, so you're getting paid when you're signing people up. You're getting paid when others are signing people up, anywhere from $20 up to $180. The third way we get paid is called residual income. And this is the main reason why I decided to get started up in this business. In real estate, I could sell a house and make some immediate money. In LegalShield, I can go out and sell memberships and make immediate money. So I don't send the money back. I cash the checks. I get the deposits every single day. Trust me, I don't send them back. But I got involved for the long-term, ongoing, perpetuitous, what we call the residual income. And here's the way it works. These numbers I'm sharing with you, these dollars are what's going to get paid to you immediately. We get paid daily, remember. But on top of that, a year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years from now, you're also going to earn a percentage of every one of those membership fees being sent into the company month after month, year after year, for the lifetime of those members on the service. Let me tell you something. If you remember the last job you had, maybe back in, let's say, the year 2000, how old were you and what were you doing back then? Now, are you at the same job now or are you doing something different? Because if you can think about it this way, if you've not been working that job anymore, they probably have not been paying you anymore. But what if you can do something one time and get paid over and over and over for it, even if you're not even doing that effort anymore? See, I've been with the company now for 16 years. When I first looked at this opportunity, I got a chance to meet people and talk to them, people who had signed people up for these services back in the 70s and 80s, and were still getting paid residually a decade or two later. Now, I'm that guy. I'm that example now. 1998, when I first came on board, September 98, I started signing people up. And here it is a decade and a half later, and I'm still getting paid year after year after year from people back in 98, 99, 2000, 2001. I mean, I talk to thousands of our associates on a regular basis that are so excited because they're getting deposits coming in every single month from things that they have not done in a long, long time. So here's what I love. We get paid daily. We get huge upfront income when we sign somebody up ourselves, huge override income when others are signing people up, and third, we get paid that residual cash flow. Let me give you an example of how the business can work if you decide to not just be somebody who refers memberships from time to time, which is fine if you want to supplement your income that way, but you might be like me. You might say, man, this is a home run opportunity. I want to go out there and build a marketing team, not just locally, but all across the United States and Canada. So let's say you go out and find 3 people that you know that could use some extra income. And we show them, we don't expect you to do it, we're gonna help teach and show them how and help them to be able to go out there and build their own team. And let's say we help them each recruit 3. Now you've got 9 more people that just joined your marketing team. And those 9 people each just bring aboard 3. That's 27 more. 3 that you brought aboard, plus the 9 they brought aboard, plus the 27, you've got 39 people on your marketing team. Now, there's people that have 3,900. We have people that have huge organizations already, and we're just getting started with this. Matter of fact, our real estate company my family built had thousands of agents that were selling houses for them. So I understand the concept of leverage and how badly we should all want it. But if you had 39 people on your team, and each of those 39 associates just sold one $39 membership per month, do you realize that your override income will be about $1,500 a month? $1,500 a month in your pocket. If those 39 people each just did 1 sale a week, your overrides would be about $6,000 a month. If they went out and did 1 sale a day, 39 people doing 1 sale a day, your overrides will be almost $45,000. And I'm trying to be fairly conservative because you can go out and introduce more than 3 people to the company, and they can go out and bring more people aboard as well. Some will go out and take it seriously. Some will just go out there and market memberships here and there when opportunities arise. But I wanted you to see that simple example of how swiftly you can get to a very meaningful income to be able to have a benefit in your life. Now, our company's paid out over $1 billion in commissions over the last 10 years. In a decade, over $1 billion. So this is not some kind of a theory. We're not just a startup company that may never even started up and get off the ground. This is a proven company that's been around for over 40 years that's already paying out over $1 billion just in the last 10 years. So on top of all these multiple ways we get paid for marketing our services, the company makes it even more fun because, look, I like to have fun, help people, and make a lot of money as a part of the process. And so one of the fun things they've done is they've created something called Performance Club. What that simply means is they give you a point every time you sign up a member. You get 2 points when somebody becomes an associate on your team. By the way, an associate's going to also get themselves a membership from you, so that's 3 points from one person. And if you go out and get 5 points a month, after doing that for 4 months, they're going to actually give you some special recognition. After 8 months in a row, they're going to give you a small one-time cash bonus. But after doing it for 12 months in a row, they're going to give you 2 options. Option 1, they're going to give you $300 a month cash bonus. As long as you keep doing your 5 points, you keep getting $300 a month. Or if you decide to, you can take delivery of a $500 cash award towards a brand new BMW. Now, I don't know about you, if you've been in the market for a new car, or if you ever thought you could even afford the ultimate driving machine, but we've got several hundred people already so far in LegalShield that are driving new BMWs, taking that $500 to be able to actually drive the dream car they've always been looking at. So huge money up front, long-term residual income, cash bonuses, car bonuses, and on top of that, the company will also use those same points to send you on exotic vacations. Now, I'm not sure what the last vacation was that you took and how you actually prepared for it. Were you planning along, figuring out your budget, how much you can afford to spend for your airfare, where you can stay as far as how much the hotel expense was going to be, what was going to cost to be able to eat while you're there. And when you got home, I bet, like most people, you're feeling a little bit guilty about all the money you just spent and over the next 6 to 12 months paying it off. Well, LegalShield really treats us extremely well. We've been able to go on vacations like Cancun, Maui, Dominican Republic, Atlantis in the Bahamas. I mean, just unbelievable vacations. LegalShield treats us like royalty. And speaking of royalty, the higher up you go in LegalShield, the better the trips even get. We've actually been able to go to places like over in London and stayed just down the street from the Queen's Palace. We've gone to Sea Island. We've gone to Rome, Italy, and amazing, amazing destinations. All that because LegalShield knows that we're out there protecting families, giving people empowerment and peace of mind. We're getting paid a lot of money, but they want to reward us in many, many different ways. Now, what I want to share with you right now is the timing. I believe the T in timing is way more important than the T in talent. And would you rather say I am smart or I is a millionaire? See, it's not about being smart. It's not about being the brightest person in the room. It's about being in the right place at the right time and capitalizing on it. So if you take a look at where we were in the year 2000, we had less than 1% market penetration for our services in North America. And in 2010, we just had a little over 1, almost 2%. And where we're projected between now and 2020, we're expecting to go well over 4% nationwide and even into Canada. So where we are right now with LegalShield is where medical insurance was 50, 60 years ago. Way back then, people said, I'm not going to prepay before I get sick. I'll pay my doctor bills when I go. It just didn't make any sense. It took 10 years for medical insurance to go from 0 to 2% market penetration, and then just 7 short years to go from 2 to 52%. And that's where we are right now with LegalShield, roughly 2%. And history dictates whenever an industry hits about 2%, critical mass or an explosion takes place, and all of a sudden, everybody starts to get that product or service. USA Today says to us, it sounds like healthcare coverage before it turned into a $1 trillion industry. That's not me talking, that's USA Today. And when you take a look at the other industries that we are compared to sometimes, life insurance is already over $100 billion. Auto insurance, already over $100 billion. Health insurance, already over $100 billion. Legal is over $100 billion industry, but we have not even broken into the double digits yet. And what I want to encourage you to think about as far as the timing, get involved now. When's the best time to plant a tree? 20 years ago. When's the second best time? Now. See, one of the great business coaches of all time and best-selling authors, Jim Rohn, always said, you work hard all day at your job to earn a living, but you should be working spare time nights and weekends building your fortune. So we've got a long-term residual income we can build, but we have to be willing to spend a little bit of time here and there to be able to build that. Secondly, sometimes people say, well, I just don't have any money to get started up in a business. Well, if you don't have any money, let me just submit to you this. If you don't have money right now, then that's why what you're doing right now that's not providing you the proper income that you need, we can use this business as a vehicle to change that situation. In the next 6 to 12 months, using our proven formula, we'll show you and we'll work with you step by step. We can help you to build a predictable revenue that will come in based on your LegalShield business. So let's recap. Number one, you want to make sure you have a rock solid company, and we do. And why is that important? Because you're going to build up a customer base. And as you build that customer base, you want to make sure the company's going to be here 5, 10, 20, 30 years from now, still paying you your residual income that you're building right now. So number one, rock solid. Number two, is there a need in the marketplace? You probably understand now how big the need really is. Opening up the doors to the legal system for the very first time, giving people the peace of mind and the protection against identity theft, the crime epidemic, the need is very significant. Number three, the product. We want to make sure that the product is actually filling that need. I did not want to have to put my pride in my back pocket to go out there and talk to somebody about something I wanted to market to them. I feel proud to be marketing LegalShield. I use it. I want everybody I care about, everybody that I know, I want them all to benefit by this membership. Number four, compensation. Look, you're here looking at this presentation because you heard there is a very significant business opportunity involved. Well, look, you're at the right place at the right time. Huge upfront money. If you have now needs, we have now income. If you're looking to plan for retirement and you want to be able to build a nest egg for the future, you got the now money, but you also have the residual cash flow. So you have now and later income. And on top of that, the fifth and most important element or criteria is the timing. Right now, we're positioned at the front end of a massive, massive curve of growth. And if you get involved right now and you ride this new wave that we're experiencing, you will be very, very thankful that you spent the next couple months or couple years building up a very significant business that's going to pay you for the rest of your life. Now, why are people joining LegalShield? Well, for several reasons. Number one, they believe in the product. They believe in the services that we market. They also desire more income. They desire personal and professional growth, and we have amazing growth that we actually get a chance to experience as a part of this business and a part of this company. They also enjoy the people that are here and the new friends that they make. And I want to encourage you to be a new friend of LegalShield. Join the LegalShield family. I can assure you that you'll be in business for yourself, but not by yourself. We will work with you hand in hand. We'll help you to start your business successfully. We'll help you make it a very long-term success. We want to encourage you to get back with the person who had you watch this presentation. Join the team, become part of the family, and we will look forward to building a very successful future together. Have a great day.